Have you ever considered the fact that you're very unique? Think about it. How did you come to be? How did you come to exist? If we query ourselves from time to time, it can redirect the way we think if we ask ourselves certain questions. And it is the scripture that encouraged us to ask questions in the book of Jeremiah. It said, when you come to that crossroads, ask questions. Ask for that way that will lead you to life. Therein you will bless yourself and you will get into success, everlasting success. Man emanated from what our eyes cannot see. Man emanated from something, but our eyes cannot see it. Because if you create a game, the characters in the game cannot be able to say accurately who you are. We are like characters in a game. That is why our eyes cannot see beyond certain sphere. So from this range of light to the other, if it gets too bright, we cannot see it. If it gets too low, we cannot see it. But that does not mean that those shades, those realities do not exist. It's just that we cannot see it. We cannot accurately predict it. So our hope and our belief is in what we know. That is why science has to be encouraged amongst us, so that we'll keep on finding out. Before, we used to think that the universe was empty. But today we now understand that even those dark places, that is where the life comes from. Those things they call dark matters. So our mind that we exist is a proof that we must have come somewhere. Our mind is only limited to what we know. So what works? What works in this life? That the fruits of the Spirit, that are the only things that work. If you help somebody, somebody will help somebody, then we keep on helping ourselves. If you bring your talent into a community, you contribute to the growth, you contribute to the wealth, you contribute to the well-being of that society you are in. These are what works. This is love. Love is what builds what I just described now. So it is important that we focus on what we know. We were made flesh. What we know is that we are flesh. Predicting where that flesh comes from is a debate that will go on with man forever and ever. But the most important thing is that we have appeared. Then next thing is, what would we be doing? Now that we have come, what would we be doing in this life? Then you find out that if you take certain steps, you get good results. Then you note it in your mind. Then you do it again, and you get good results. So what is real and true for you is what works. It's the action, it's the physical action that we see. So it doesn't matter how I describe heaven. That is not important. What is important is, how do I develop what I have seen, what I have come into? How do I develop it? That spirituality is very different from religion. May the Almighty bless you. As we rise today, may we rise into meaning. May we learn more. May we be increased. May we bear more fruits. Just like we manifested, may we gain our ability to manifest other things. Because I now remember when Yeshua said, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy kingdom come." So I keep asking myself, does the kingdom of the Almighty, is it tired of staying where it is? Where would you have to come down on earth here? But that was a teaching, a very deep teaching on its own. Thy kingdom come. Let what cannot be seen be seen. let the order and the creativity of the cosmos be repeated in this earth, so that we will have enormous ability, just like the divine intended it. The way you worship doesn't matter. What you call it, what you worship doesn't matter. What matters is the action that you take, because it's only through action that you can communicate. You can say a lot of things with your mouth, but you do not effect with your mouth. You effect with action. When you take an action, when you physically move, begin to move around you. That is how we create dominance. That is how we rule over this earth. Action is the language of heaven, the language of divine. So, each day you live your life, live it in such a way that you will affect somebody positively. Try as much as you can